Okay, today we're gonna talk about the Boost program because the opening of it is planned literally in about 15 minutes. If the update is successful, this program will be opened. Let me explain now because there is a lot of questions, a lot of them. I invite to repeat how this all works. We're gonna go straight, step by step, so that there is understanding. How the top up happens. Exactly the same as it happens in regular arbitrage. You have address, you press the replenishment button. This part didn't change at all. Whatever address you have, it remains the same for the cryptocurrency you choose. Right now, the cryptocurrency is Ethereum. Why Ethereum was chosen, I will show you now. On the screen demonstration, we're gonna talk about it. Yes, there's a minimum payment amount in Ethereum, which is 0.5 Ether, and you conclude the contract, you top up it, and invoice is created. The funds automatically immediately go into ArbCore because of the Boost program. You don't need to press anything, the contract starts itself, the contract's doing everything. If arbitrage press start, you don't need to press anything again, the amount is top up that automatically goes into operation. You already see the interface, how it start work. What the advantages? ArbPro compared to arbitrage has one advantage, it's your funds work in 24 hours. Now let's talk a bit about, here the following is Bitcoin. I myself work in Bitcoin and also monitoring cryptocurrency, and today has been half a month as the asset has been operating. I will show the results again on my account, what volume was managed to be multiplied from 1.5 Bitcoin. Currently the update is going right now with Boost. If everything goes smoothly, then I will show you on demonstration. If not, then you will look in your personal accounts after the Zoom. I remind you that the Boost itself runs for 24 hours. 1 day, exactly. After that, the program closes for the quarter, and I also remind you this program is launched once per quarter. It will not be permanent, there will not be many of them. And again, I even wrote to many of our top leaders that we do not disclose either the cryptocurrency or the date and time. Why did I disclose the date and time right now? Because our first quarter is ending. It's logical that the program will be launched. No need to to hide it. Toward the end of this quarter. Therefore, obviously, now we're announcing it, and the next such programs will be closed for the general public. Believe me, no one from the council knows neither the date, nor the cryptocurrency, nor the time. That's turned out on by itself. Not randomly, but we give a certain range to the bot and it itself chooses both the cryptocurrency, more or less, and the date of the event. That's clear with that. Oh, I just remembered the information that already one member already concluded a contract. It was possible? Well, then it means the update is already arrived. If someone already concluded invoices. Okay, guys, let's figure this out. Next important point I would like to talk about. Let's open a demonstration. Yes, this concerns events. We will quickly go through why I touched this topic once again. The numbers of our members is already 78 people. These are 78 partners who accordingly fulfill the conditions for visiting in Montenegro. What we currently already know and what we are negotiating, so to speak. We are renting at the moment. We agreed to rent the entire hotel completely, and what is available because it's summertime and the number of partners who can attend this event is only 160. So from today there is a limitation of 160 members that comes to the event, who can fulfill and take the conditions of this promotion. In fact, this hotel complex, which is located at the first line, can accommodate 320 partners. This is important. Next point, those partners, since we still have a very long period and many have already fulfilled the conditions and who will fulfill them, but due to the fact that the number of places do not allow more, the hotel and in principle everything is booked because it's summer period. Most likely the next event will have the same conditions for 50,000. It will remain, and consequently these members will already have a tournament table with the volume that they made for this one, because we will have a line. You will see in updates that there will be 160 members, and if more members are added, will respectively the 161 first, 162nd, 163rd, they will be marked with a certain color and are ready for the next event that will take place. They will be in the next promotion. If the conditions remain the same, 50,000, then accordingly they actually get into the next event without any additional tasks. That's important. That's pass it to your partners. In fact, everyone in your team delivered this information. We probably will have such more competitive things, which is good. In short period of time, 78 partners who fulfill the conditions, that's quite a lot in my opinion. So, we're gonna make an update regarding the events. We will also make it on a resource. As for the video of the HODL itself, I don't know in fact. I already have data on the HODL and there's video reviews of the HODL. Maybe we will add some short clips somewhere that people understand how it looks, what kind of HODL is it, what wonderful view is open from this HODL. I personally like it. I like it. I think everything will be very magnificent, as planned. As I said, it will always be better than it was in the previous event, each time. And for the next event, the third one, again as usual, we will start this event immediately, then announcing the third one. Of course, we will try for the third event even better. We already, as a standard, have grown progression. We try to choose such jurisdiction into which all partners who fulfill conditions could enter. Does not matter how many, there will be 500, 600,000 people. We will try so that everyone fits. Accordingly, we will already select a jurisdiction that can accommodate such a number of partners, because this is one of the important points for us. Yes, a certain work and mistakes here, because we see that just about now, and somehow I told myself, well, maybe 150 partners will be gathered, and you see how it turned out. That's already 78 to this date, not to the end. In fact, I understand that there is still a fairly large period before the event, and naturally the number of partners may be much higher. Therefore, once again, I repeat, from today, from my announcements, the first 160 members are guaranteed to go into the event on Montenegro. And also subsequent ones, all next persons who fulfill the conditions make this volume, they will now already accordingly go to the third event. If the assets is slightly increased by the third one, then the difference will be remains. You just need to get to the new peak to achieve. This is what I wanted to say directly regarding the event. Now, let's move to the Bitcoin. To boost, now it's USDT, Bitcoin. Oh yes, how Bitcoin, roughly speaking, in 15 days 1.17 Bitcoin have been earned. What does it indicate? That's over the month we will approximately earn 100%. In fact, in month, yes, I'm calculating correctly? No? I apologize, we earn more. That we will earn 2, 3... Oh, it means we will earn 175%. That's contract can actually be close to 1.5 months. Therefore, I know that a lot of partners have started working in Bitcoin, which I congratulate you on. This is a good result, the best results that I could ever forecast. And I simply have feedback from those partners who started working in Bitcoin and who are not just impressed, but are not even have enough words to convey their joy. Indeed, the income is simply phenomenal. Contracts are closed much faster, people are very satisfied, because accordingly we came together here for business, and this pleases a lot of partners. Okay, let's go further and look at the percentage, profitability percentage. Why Ethereum? These crypto assets that participate in in ArbCore, because as we see, the percentage of the profitability percentage has started to grow a little, and according to my vision, according to the points that we are observing now for the Ethereum, I have such understanding that the percentage may be even higher. If I said about Bitcoin that the months will be hard, then about the Ethereum I cannot say with 100% certainly that it will be really hot. But as percentage of arbitrage spread will be quite good. Where do you see it, yes? The dynamic and the trend and why the Ethereum was chosen. There are many disputes regarding the cryptocurrency we want to choose. Many asked, let's say, at the backstage, many ask to make it Bitcoin, because the cryptocurrency gives the best income now, and in the future it will, I think, be the leader, always the leader in arbitrage spread. But from the point of view, what was taken into account was precisely the entry point of working with the assets, because Bitcoin, as you know, the entry point for it is quite high. Not all partners will be able to afford it at some stage, these entries, so everyone wants to work in Bitcoin, I understand, but not everyone has the opportunity. Whereas the Ethereum, with the growth of arbitrage spread, this is an important argument here. But a small entry point for this kind of cryptocurrency, it's an opportunity to work with the partners. In fact, any partners has the opportunity to work in this program and see the difference of arbitrage of working with ArbCore. I remind you that Boost in general work as well. Let's check it now. I don't know, is it loaded yet? Oh yes, I can see it now. There's already 2 members. While I'm talking to you, someone has already not hesitated to start working with this program. Here's the date, the launch date, and the end date. And here's the number of members that will participate. ArbPro, all the other quarters are on a placeholder, but everything updated. Everything is launched. Therefore, partners who would like to take part in this program can basically get going to it. Also, there's gonna be the button added, ArbPro. It will be added as active. I think it will be within 20-30 minutes, because it should be just highlighted. Just a visual thing. As for partners who they're gonna be recording to see it, so they possibly do not miss this update. Okay, everything is clear here. Regarding cryptocurrencies, again, I repeat what cryptocurrencies are planned for us for this week. What is the most important thing this week? We are finishing this section. Tools will be added here, with which we work. If partners who at the start saw my Zooms before, and recording of the technical reviews of the entire resource, they saw elements that we use, right? So yes. Yeah, recalling there was bots we use, signals that were given from one to another on another block. And these blocks will also be implemented so that people understand, so partners could understand what strategies we work with further. What requests come to us regarding these, regarding pools, regarding the reports, and streaming itself. This part will be added to this section. Regarding the pools this week, we're approaching the end of it. The full completion of work on this topic. Streaming will also most likely be from 2 cryptocurrencies now. 2 cryptocurrencies. This is what we're currently testing. All pools will be fully open. Their quantity, TX IDs, absolutely everything this week. Streaming will be 2 or 3 cryptocurrencies, and next week we plan to fully complete the entire volume of cryptocurrencies so the partners can actually watch it. And plus additional functionality will be added to this section. This is technical functionality so that people and partners can see at what stage what's working right now. And not to the level of the results, as we can see, right? Well, the tether is working for us now in Pro. For me, he will definitely won't see it. Let's take Ethereum, right? Here's the Ethereum, not yet in Pro, but it will be in it soon enough. And accordingly, there is understanding how it's formed, and if the contract, if suddenly a deal is cancelled for some reason, partners could see it. And again, I repeat, because many partners, those who are more attentive, yet notice that there was one quote, there's a small pause and quick pickup of another transaction, although the deal should have started. Why this happened? Because in some cases there is cancellation. We cancel for some reason or another the deal according to our bots. This is exactly why we are in this section, which we discussed on our technical Zoom. Because the more detailed information we provide to the partners, the better. Do not be lazy with updates, figure them out to see the full toolkit. Regarding support, this will be also this week, the implementation of technical support into the chat, as we discussed, most likely on Thursday. We will also conduct it on technical, because part of the product will already be in the navigation section. About the reporting, we will talk about this as well. I think by the end it will already be implemented, technical support will be implemented, and we will gradually move forward with our development. I remind you that this will not be some kind of abrupt move. In any case, Telegram remains with us and will always be here. But we will redirect, even through Telegram, requests directly go into the chat. We will give a link directly, and the person, if he writes to us on Telegram, he will also be able to follow this link directly into the chat, into his account, and asks the question he wants. And as a reminder, there is a support email you could contact. For those who have some problems with Telegram or when Telegram doesn't work in your country, there's always support when you can get qualified assistance. As for the products, we plan to upload almost all products into the beta testing by the 15, 17? The date. Again, they will not be available for everyone. They will be available only to top leaders at first, but again, this is partners to whom it is interesting, yes. Those who do not want, don't lose focus from ArbCore. Okay, just work with ArbCore. This is additional tools with which we make some benefits for our partners and make it easier for partners to use, because many of our partners constantly ask about the exchanger, because the exchange cryptocurrency, accordingly, when we had income USDT, he accumulated and goes into the Bitcoin. That's either to go into the exchange with a bunch of verification confirmation, or it could go through our exchange without some additional party. For example, it will be much quicker, simply, and within a couple of clicks, without any verification, to receive the desired cryptocurrency. And accordingly, in order to use one or another cryptocurrency, it is stored safely within you under your wallet. In general, I think it will be a convenient tool as for tokenization and working with tokens. Okay, let's not rush ahead. This is the crypto assets that will be in the future, because again, we were asked these questions and leader asked them as well. The crypto assets that will be in the products, it will not in any way be manipulated. That's mean we are not going to sell it to our community, this cryptocurrency, until it is listed on exchange. No manipulation will be carried out. The company itself, from its reserves, will carry out the capitalization of this cryptocurrency, and we want to use it as a separate product, which has no relation to ArbCore at all in the current realities. Our business model, our business development strategy of the company as a whole, this is it. I repeat once again, so that our partners are not confused, there is no way that the products affect the integrity of ArbCore work. And no additional actions from partners are also required. If you want to use it, if you don't want to, then you have a full-fledged platform right here. In fact, you can hold, you can earn, you can exchange, all similar things. Therefore, again, I repeat, we're simply showing the development plan. In fact, we have two of them. Development plan of ArbCore itself and development plan in parallel to ArbCore, what the company does. In the future, I think there will be useful tools. I think this will show in full potential of Arb brand as a whole, how powerful it is, how powerful we are in the market. I think that over the period of time that we have been working, we have already shown everyone and prove it every day. Again, do not forget. One more point, yes. Many partners. Just today, there was a couple more requests, by the way, from foreign users. And I want to immediately make an announcement because I know that we have leaders present who work with the foreign community. On Friday, we will give announcements. We will give announcements today that on Friday we conduct an international Zoom because a lot of information was already gathered, and if possible, preferably, of course, with two translators. This would probably be correct because, let's say, approaching the navigation section, and on Thursday we will communicate with our Russian-speaking segment on this issue, plus updates. And on Friday we plan to already hold an international Zoom so that our foreign partners also have understanding on the situation. Therefore, you will receive the information both into the council, in conclave, and please distribute it to your community. That such meeting will take place at Friday. This is really important. Next, regarding reports. Here you see what wonderful reports we already have right now. They appear at probably 10-12 days. We need to calculate. Let's get through it because there is a little confusion. Many partners ask our leaders about it. Let me explain. Volume. Approximately for yesterday, what is working. We give firstly. There is a calendar here that is not. It's given reports for yesterday. For yesterday, volumes of partners, income was working. This is purely what we give to our partners, the ARP income that we earned, and here is how much we spent on marketing. And there is a volume that remains, because some partners have income exceeding 7,000, yes? And for example, some of our top leaders earn 10, $15,000 per day, and according to the conditions, they can withdraw only 7, right? Accordingly, the rest accumulates, and I already explained it in previous Zoom why size strategy is made and why it is done this way. I need to repeat it so it would be clear. Let's finish the thought. The money that is not paid out, but it's on the wallets, we call it like a processing system. It's already belong to our partners, but at the current moment the company uses these funds to pay cash back. Also, there were questions. Is it true that the company has already paid out 3 times more than has entered the company? Yeah, or while it's public, I don't think that now with the technologies it's very difficult to check the same addresses. Those who want, and I know that many partners have already checked this, just scan the public address and understand how much the company has paid you. And this basically right, because as I said and repeated, we optimized the work of the system of our partners' accruals and cashbacks, and every morning from 9 to 12, you can see how significant funds come in for the payment of marketing program and the cashback. And as of this morning, it was $350,000. This is only cashback, because during the day, also partners who earn, let's say, 250, 500,000, they are verified more faster and accordingly withdraw faster. You can track this every day. And again, this is not some kind of a secret, top secret information. I repeat, over the period, a short period when we begin to show real statistics with such volumes, yesterday was such volume, this was earned. We can show it basically. And just subtract some percentage from it, how much was paid by the company to our partners. Based on this, in this month, with volume, we start fixing from 9 million. In 12 days, we already paid more than 9 million. And this all this information can easily be observed through the public addresses of the companies to be verified. This is really, really important. Because there's no concealment or hiding from the company. We give a very good profit, we work with very, very interesting system, advanced, plus we develop it. Again, for those newcomers who get to do the Zoom, for those partners who have just started working with us, we currently only use one strategy. We plan minimally over a certain period of time, of course, like this year, to implement 3 more strategies this year. In fact, 4 arbitrage strategies will work. Again, no need to do anything with this, no need to run anywhere, no need to try to say something or search for best tools or mechanism for themselves. All will happen automatically. I will give an example very simply. If one strategy that we're currently working with gives here and now the best arbitrage profit, which is the spread, then accordingly we use this strategy. But such function as, well, possibility will appear. We will spend another 5 minutes literally on selecting the best strategy. And the strategy that gives the maximum profit will gonna get in turn. In fact, our partners will not need to spread their assets across different strategies. That will be very inconvenient. All this will be automatic, and all this will be within one contract. Further, there were very many questions regarding USDT. Okay, let's get to that, because I said on previous Zoom that work with USDT will be optimized. Let's see now the deadline when this will be. On Wednesday, Thursday, those partners who work with USDT, again, they will be pleasantly surprised, which is 100%, because USDT will work now with all cryptocurrencies pairs, if we're talking about arbitrage trading, which means Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and all cryptocurrencies that will be added. Which means the income in USDT accordingly will increase significantly. For partners it is good, for the company accordingly it's also perfect. Those guys and those partners who work with USDT, just a little patience. This functionality, this function feature is on the implementation stage. I think on Wednesday you will already see the difference in income, and accordingly the enjoyment of working with USDT itself. Because yes, it is sad when you open the profitability percentage and see the Bitcoin, for example, given such high percentage, while USDT is somewhere around 1.3. I cannot say that it will be higher, that will be on a Bitcoin, that will be like ahead of it, of course, but I think at least 1.5 times the income of the USDT currently, it will certainly increase. Regarding additions of the next cryptocurrencies, I said many times on several Zooms, our main task is to establish control tabs, and after we finish it, after control panel will be added, plans is adding the exchanges, because at the current moment already 20 exchanges have compelled cooperation with us, and accordingly we must add them. We will launch a certain liquidity of the company's funds there and integrate them into our portfolio, plus cryptocurrency. What we're going to be added is XRP. I know people ask whether this cryptocurrency will be there, and again, it will be the first in our addition list, and 2 more cryptocurrencies with that. We'll talk about the more details on Thursday, when the main part of the work of this block is complete, and some section that I mentioned either is added. So yes, as the full report block. Moreover, already with the real requests that come to us from exchanges, to all our partners that can fully see both the seriousness of the company and in fact how it works. Those who who more or less try to understand the structure, the whole system, how the company is processing. We provide all the tools without hiding what we use, how we use them, or what is actually in the process. No longer in the conditions of, let's say, specific Zoom where only now we show it, but no, it's general accessible. And I believe this is even more kind of a victory for us because we have fully opened the entire working model, and this is great. We have gone through everything. Let me just turn off the demonstration. We're done with that. And let's summarize for today what is important, what is significant. Regarding the event. Of course, let's again summarize. 160 members. From today, a certain competitive race begin. Whoever made it to 160 members, yes, you made it. I understand that this may be some kind of discomfort for those of our partners, but who says, yes, I still have time, I definitely do it, but unfortunately Montenegro is a small country and quite popular, because firstly it's visa-free entry for many partners. One of the reasons why we choose it because it's also visa-free. And the country itself is quite interesting, like on a picture, but it's small. There's a lot of tourists here. To find something globally large in the summer period of time, at the peak of the season, that's a hard, tough process. Already thanks to our partners who help organize the event. A large part of course, has been contributed into the support of the company by Alexei Frost. I'm very grateful to you because you really help on this direction of development of the event and the company as a whole. From me personally, great gratitude for your assistance in holding such leisure activities for the company. I really appreciate it. And of course, only for these reasons we made a certain limitation on the number of partners that can participate. Not because the HODL have 1000 places and we decided to save something. No, it's just that the HODL itself accommodates this number of partners. 320 people is absolute maximum. It's quite a large HODL. And again, I will slightly lift the curtain. All spa procedures will be included for each partner for free, accordingly over the entire HODL. I think this is the first time in history when a company rents the entire HODL completely. There will be no one else at all who done that before. There will be no tourists, no one except us. Entire HODL without this bottle. And I think, in fact, this vacation will turn out to be very, very cool. Everyone will say, wow, how cool it was in Thailand. Then I think after Montenegro, everyone's opinion will change a little. It will make me much cooler and better from the point of view on relaxation and overall. Also, regarding the next event, it's important those partners who will complete the volume that was planned for this event, it will automatically, if you didn't get into the 160 partners limitation, accordingly you transfer to the third event. What was the third event? We already understand that the number may be 500, 1000 partners who can fulfill the conditions, and of course jurisdiction will be selected that could accommodate all those partners who would like to attend the company's event. I also repeat that the top 5 partners who receive certain privileges from the company in the form of prizes, they were also listed on our website, receive a pass to all company's events forever, without fulfilling conditions at all. And accordingly, the next event will also be on a competitive basis, the third one, so to speak. And from each event, we will have 5 to 7 people who we highlight to receive this pass. Accordingly, I think in 2-3 years we're already gonna build such a core that will attend the events on constantly basis. Overall, other partners will have motivation to grow in this direction, to reach certain milestones, achievements in order to get closer to the company, to stand alongside. And in order to receive from the company not only financial benefit, but also the relaxation for your work. Again, the next event will be on the same program, much bigger than the previous one, and the next one will be much bigger than we held in Montenegro. We're constantly growing. I'm really looking forward to when we already have an event where I will say, guys, let's get going. We already have such huge, large-scale events, and we're also very interested. In fact, we will show the entire internet community how big they are. I think the whole world will see it when we have such events. That's really cool. We draw some conclusions and we'll start implementing such models of relaxation in many platforms. And that's really joyful. Marika, the stage is yours. In Thailand, there's still excitement regarding the event, how great it was in terms of organization and investment of financial resources into the project. Let's say, yes, of the ArbCore, and in Montenegro something absolutely incredible is gonna planned, and I'm in anticipation. Those lucky ones who already had made it to the list, I'm very happy for you and about such a trip and meeting. By the way, I want to ask, maybe since as for today the date is not indicated, there's any conditional participation requirements, but there is no participation date. Maybe once again, say until what date the results are summed up and accordingly start end. No. That dates exist already, have the dates and the conditions. I don't know whether the technical department has fixed the date there. So today is it not displayed? Oh, well, then after this one we will check it, and there, okay. It's very difficult, we'll probably change only the number of partners when we reach 160 partners. Accordingly, the core will already be going, and the rest of the partners will somehow either who don't make it to attend but fulfill the conditions, they'll be marked as moving to the next event. And when we started the third event, will already be on the list. And depending on what the condition will be, let's assume this event had 50,000 in equivalent of personally invited partners. Accordingly, if this volume remains the same without changes depending on the logistics and depending on the venue of the next event, accordingly the partner will not need to do anything. He automatically gets into the third two, right? If, however, logistics are a bit more expensive and there is some slight changes in the price positions, then accordingly the partners will only need to complete the remaining amount of the required volume, if there will be some changes. And at the same time, partner will already be visible on the list immediately. Such a privilege from the company, because I understand that initially we said, oh, let's have everyone, and now we understand that let's have everyone is possible, but where the accommodation provides you to do so. Because, well, Montenegro is such country where you can't really get wild in scale, especially at the peak season. In general, there are many countries where we will hold events in the future. Accordingly, there will be complexes that can accommodate even 1,000 people, but we will proceed from the beginning points, because number of partners, again, growing exponentially. That's a lot of partners that are becoming active at the current moment, and we see the intensive work from those partners who were even inactive or who were just observing, just taking a look. We see good dynamic in their work, and accordingly there is an understanding that at some point we will reach already maybe even 1,000 and a half partners who will attend to the event. I think that at some point we don't have to rent a stadium, because otherwise we will definitely get onto the all world's TV channels. Therefore, I'm waiting for everyone on Thursday and read the announcements, attend to Zoom conducted by our leaders. They are quite interested, and on Thursday we will meet already discussing their navigation block. Accordingly, we will review the cryptocurrencies that will be added from our sites, plus the exchanges that will also be added, and again, the blocks that we need to add on the technical sides. So, yes, that's what we need to add. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good evening. If those partners who are waiting for boost, the opportunity is open right now. Check the program, see how ArbPro works, especially Arbitrage Pro. I think there's something to compare with for the Ethereum. My opinion and the impression is that contracts will be closed somewhere minimum within 2 months. If Bitcoin, this is not just, yes, close the contract. This is not just reaching some break-even point. This is specifically about closing the contract. If Bitcoin is approximately 1.5 months to close the contract, or even a month, depending on arbitrage spread, then Ethereum is 1.5 to 2 months in the current realities we can observe. Therefore, those partners who wanted to try something like this and wanted to figure out, but didn't have the financial opportunity because the entry threshold in Arbitrage Pro is very high. You can try how it works, and we have something to strive for, because I know many partners who joined our company with $1,000, and at the current moment they have already earned large assets, so to speak. We have already started working with other assets, yes. If it was some kind of a first touch, some kind of a testing of the company, then now these partners work with quite larger amounts. Enjoy the life, because again, I repeat, not for self-promotion. We are the top platform, in fact, in arbitrage strategies at the current moment in the world. I am not afraid of this world, of that word, because there are 2 crypto arbitrage platforms. They exist somewhere beside us. They do exist, and they work only with legal entities, non-publicly, and with very large assets. If you have assets of 2-3 millions, you can participate only like that, but specifically guarding for people, openly in public access, with full disclosure of everything from the company. We are the only platform that operates in a world at the present moment under these strategies and conditions. And this is valuable. So let me not delay you here any longer. Thank you for likes, thank you for participations. We meet on Thursday, and I think we'll also be very interested. Have a good time, everyone, and bye. See ya.